In this video, I'm going to talk about the WEN 12-inch variable speed drill press. Is this a good drill press for you? We'll put it through its paces and find out. Before we open up this baby, I need to talk about this piece of... This is my old drill press. I purchased this probably about 9 years ago, and it's been giving me problems ever since. I use a drill press almost every day, and I don't really beat up on them. I don't need something that's massive, but I need it to be accurate, and this just doesn't do it. So let's go ahead and remove this thing and get this piece of junk out of here, and then we'll open up this box. I made this. Works really nice. A little squeaky. Slide that all the way out of the way. Let me know if I should try to sell this piece of junk or give it away or just throw it in the scrap pile. For now, it's going in with the rest of the junk. Now it's time to open up this box. And you've seen those videos where they do a box opening and they get out a chainsaw. So ridiculous. You don't need a chainsaw to open up a box. See? Instruction manual. That looks like it'd probably be a good one, probably. Base looks nice and solid. The table. That's a heavy beast. Wow. Yeah, that looks great. Some doohickeys. Okay, those, you know, every box has doohickeys. Oh, yes. I was going to get a Grizzly because I do think that their quality is a little bit better. Their specs look a little bit better. I wanted to save $200. So, you know, if you want to have a really good machine, hopefully, and save $200 also, then you should look at this machine. We'll see if it's going to be good. That looks nice. Some more doohickeys. And the post. Let's start putting it together. We're going to start off with the base here. Notice one thing that I don't have over here, the instructions. We're going to open up this box that felt like there was hardware in it and realize that there's no hardware in it. That is the chuck. And that chuck is beautiful. You know, something else that I just saw on this is that there's a place for the key on this machine, which is something that Ryobi did not have. This, the post, I believe, I call it a post, would go there. Let's open up the other bag of doohickeys. Ah, there's our bolts. It's a 16mm socket that you need here. Now, don't worry, you don't have to have that if you're not a real man. They give you a wrench, which is pretty cool. But I'm not going to use this to put this together. I've got real tools. I appreciate the thought, though, Win. When I open up a box and I see that there's, you know, you got a wrench, you got all of the tools to put this thing together, it just feels like it's a nice thought. Even though it's not really got a lot of value, you know, it's kind of like a Christmas card or a birthday card. Like, that's a really nice thought, and I appreciate it. But it's not like really actually that useful, you know what I mean? Crank her down nice and tight. Now this is something that I do really appreciate when they add the Allen keys in there, because you know they're going to be just as good as the Allen keys that I have in the shop, but I don't have to go looking for them. So that is really nice. This is a beautiful bed that goes on here. That is nice. Look at that thing. Let's look at some of the other things we have in here. I have no idea what this is. All right, let's get the head on there. It's a little loose, actually. I would like that to be way more snug than that. And I wonder if the Grizzly is more snug. Like it's got tighter tolerances. That would be worth it if it does. It almost smells like a new car, like in a Harbor Freight kind of way. New car. Oh, yeah. I know this sucker's going to be heavy. Oh, yeah. Ugh. That's not heavy at all. That's pretty light. It doesn't fit. I gotta move stuff. All right, so even after looking through the manual here, I don't know what this doohickey is. Hopefully this isn't important. When I was looking through that silly instruction manual, I noticed that it tells you to tap this with a hammer. I'm not gonna, this beautiful thing, hit it with the hammer? I just used the pressure of the drill press. Maybe I'll regret that. But let's go ahead and throw a 1/2-inch drill bit in here. Tighten it down, make sure it's nice and snug. That's good. And I've got some hardwood, some scrap hardwood here. We'll just plow a hole through that, see how she works. Yeah, see that smoke coming up off of there? She's working hard. There is a little bit of a wobble to it. Pretty happy with that. Drilled a hole through a piece of wood. And it worked out. It worked really well. But instead of just using a regular drill bit, let's put some kind of a bit on here that should never go on a drill press, just to test it out, shall we? Let's do that. I think that'd be fun. This is a 6 1/4 inch hole saw, and you should never put this in a drill press. Let's see how it works. I'm a little nervous. This is not a good idea. Let's turn this on. We're going to slow it all the way down. See what it does. Woo-hoo-hoo! That's a lot of turning power right there, all the way. As slow as she'll go. 500. It's not perfectly centered. I'm a little disappointed about that. You see how the piece is wobbling on the table? That means that that chuck is not perfectly centered. Maybe we'll try to hit it with the hammer after all. We're bogging her down. It's just creating a little bit too much dust. So here we go. Woo! We did it! Bad boy was able to drill through some 3/4 inch hardwood plywood pretty well. We needed to feather it a little bit, but it was a 6 1/2 inch hole saw. But I doubt anybody's going to be doing that. You're probably going to be drilling some steel. So let's get some of that on here. And because this has got a little bit of a wobble to it, maybe we need to do what it says in the instructions and tap this on with a hammer. So we'll move that to the side. We'll get a light hammer. This is pretty. I don't want to ruin it. So the teeth, they're all the way up here. I'm going to put this piece of hardwood board on here. I think this is maple. Not sure. And we'll tap it on there gently. We'll see. See if that does anything. Oh, we're starting off with a 3/32 drill bit, some 3/16 angle iron. There it is. Beautiful. And actually, I think it's a little bit more straight now, too. That will be the determining factor, whether I keep this or not. If I can't get that straight, no, it's not staying here. Oh, yeah. That chuck is way more centered. Normally, if it wasn't centered when you hit it down, you'd see that piece wobble a lot more than this. But she's just doing great. Beautiful. Very nice. So here's my final thoughts on the WEN 12-inch variable speed drill press. First, I love the variable speed. That is so cool to be able to just fine-tune that speed so it works best for what you're drilling at the time. I think that it works really good. It is robust. It is way better than the headache drill press that I've been using for the last 9 years. And it's in the same price range, if I remember what I paid for that. Now, that drill press may be cheaper now. I don't know, but this is just a little bit more expensive, but it's not that much more expensive. Should you get this drill press over the Grizzly counterpart? I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe I should have spent that few extra $100 and bought the really nice Grizzly, because this I'm expecting this tool to go with me forever. They're like, I want this to be the last drill press I buy. I don't need a big floor drill press. I just need a good drill press that can go to a 3-inch travel. This can do that. I need something that can slow down nice and slow so I can get some good accurate cuts through steel without burning up my drill bits. And if I need to speed it up, I can speed it up. I love the digital readout. Hopefully that doesn't go bad. Hopefully these pieces up here in the variable speed don't go bad. That is a concern. But overall, I like it. I think it's a win for the WEN. It's a win for the WEN drill press. If you're looking for a really good heavy-duty drill press, it even has this feed that comes out right here. So if you're using longer material, you can bring that out. That's a nice touch, because there's some times where I've got some long pieces up here making some jigs for climbing walls or whatever, where a little bit extra support would be nice. So that's good. I really hope that you found this video enjoyable. I'll see you next time right here on Climber Dad. Jack!